Welcome back to the channel. Today's word is ounce. Like, I want to sell you an ounce. More bounce to the ounce. Let's get right into it. I don't think we're gonna do a time lapse right now. Some of you guys like to see the full blown raw technique, which I could appreciate. So, I don't know, for some reason the word ounce give me like an old English vibe. Now I've done the old English style before in some like the letters. I don't remember which letters, but you know, if you guys are curious, you guys can go back and look at some of the videos. So this is, and I'm doing it in Sharpie, so you guys can actually see like what I'm doing. We're going to come back and cut a lot of these lines with another marker. And as I've reiterated in the past, I do my letters as if I'm doing everything with spray paint. So I'm like, oh, I'll just come back and cut my shit up. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Listen, if you're looking for perfection, this isn't the page for you. I'll be honest with you. This page is not it. This is a realistic page. I'm not a good artist. I'm not a good drawer, but I'm trying to help you guys out with your technique. I feel like I can contend and compete with some of the good guys, but if you're looking for perfect, I'm not your boy at all. Like, whatsoever. I'm just a normie, I guess. A normie. All right, anyhow, we're just gonna quickly get this thing done. But I do like the word ounce. It has some interesting letters to it. And I do like this type of style. A style like this can be real versatile, because there's no real symmetry to it. I mean, somewhat symmetry, right? I got the O offset because it's the biggest letter. But I think all these other ones are gonna be up. All these other letters are gonna be up here. Just how I'm started it right now. And we'll see what materializes. Yeah. And we could always touch this up and fix it after the fact. I think, so I'm using a Sharpie and I'm using these Molotov markers because they're very heavily saturated with pigment. So I can go back in and cut the lines up a little easier. I say I don't like that. Like that. Like that. That's all right. Maybe not so high, right? Like maybe we'll keep it a little on the lower side when we come back in and cut the lines up. I know you guys are looking at this now like, oh, that looks like shit. Well, this is how everything looks like shit before it looks good, right? Like if you guys are gonna repair a classic car, the classic car is not already looking badass. It's looking like a piece of crap that you found in the field. And then you gotta take it in, you gotta strip it down, you gotta do some paint, some body work, repaint it, and get it back on the road. So it's similar, or like a house, right? If you guys are gonna repair a house, the house is not already perfect. You gotta demo the old stuff and then reconstruct what you want the house to look like. So this is it's a process. It always looks worse before it gets better. always, all the time. How do I want this? Like that? I don't know, these letters are, the C is gonna always, the C always gets me on stuff like this. Okay, that kind of looks cool. Are we gonna run out of space? I hope not. I hope not. That's looking cool though. And I feel like this is a style everyone could do. It's not a very complex style. You're really just doing, it's very consistent, right? Like if you look at my O, just do multiple O's and then break down the lines in a different way. Like this could be an O, this could be an O, this could be an O. You're just like rearranging lines. Like this C is probably gonna just be my E, right? A little bit different, but come down this way and then come there. And then I do try and keep a little bit of symmetry so everything like flows better. Okay, cool. All right, so there we have our rough sketch. But see, the C and the E look almost identical. Like that's the beauty about this. You just do whatever you guys want. All right, so when I do the style, I do try and keep the same height for the letters, right? So the tips are all kind of similar height. All the bottoms are really close. They're not gonna be perfect. That's all right. The end comes down a little bit lower, but you know, whatever. So now you could either do the back or shadow first. Actually, yeah, let's do the shadow first. So out, we will send out, let's send it down this way. I'll send it to the bottom left. So you come in with your marker, and I know it looks terrible right now. Don't worry, it's gonna get a little bit better, a little bit better. And as we're doing our shadow, now let's starting to tighten some of these lines up, right? Because it just save us a little time. Like later on. Nice and tight like a tiger. Bam. Get them nice and sharp. Get them looking aggressive. Cool. Want to get them really sharp? Get them really sharp. It's up to you guys, however you want to do it. So remember, we're going to the bottom left. So get that shadow. But you guys could do your shadow however you want to do it. I'm just using the bottom left because I have more white paper going this way. I do suggest that you guys try and do your shadow in different directions and see what you enjoy. Because some letters, the way they overlap each other, will play a role in how the shadow looks. Like you may want to cover up more background by sending a shadow in a different direction. So do that. And the long format stuff like this is and I'm moving really fast. So you guys got to remember, this is YouTube. if I really took my time, you guys would be sitting here for like an hour or two as I really meticulously tried to get perfect. And nothing will ever be perfect. So I do spend time on these, but I don't spend an excessive amount of time on these because this is not my full-time job. I have real work I have to attend to. And you guys don't want to be sitting through videos like this for an hour or two. I mean, I would put them out if later on, eventually, once I get more followers. But right now, I don't really think it's worth it. I'm not sure how many people would want to watch a 40-minute long video or a 50-minute long video. I have put out a couple, don't get me wrong. And for those of you who sat through them, I really appreciate it. But I'd rather go paint in real time, which I intend to do, and give you guys a long form video of someone painting, myself or one of my friends, because that's where this is going to evolve to eventually, is a full-blown painting page. I mean, with the occasional drawing, right? You know, I can't paint all the time. I mean, if you're painting all the time, you're doing a lot of spray painting. But it would be nice to just build the page up enough so I can travel and paint in different locations with friends and meet different people. So we'll see how things go. But that is the end all goal, is to take this and just expand. Get better camera, get better footage, like really do the most to put out the best quality stuff I can for you guys to enjoy. Because right now this is super bootleg. I'll admit it. Like this whole, I'm working at my shop. I'm working with markers that are blown out. I'm using a phone for my camera. You know, it's the beginning stages of something great. But until we get to that great, this is what I'm dealt. And you got to work with what you got. So that's another thing. Like this channel is work with what you have and the skill level you're currently at, because there's always going to be someone that's better than you, and there's always going to be someone that's not better than you. But this isn't a beauty pageant. It's not a competition. Your only competition is yourself. And I know some of you guys are in that mindset. You're like, damn, I suck. Well, the thing is, we all suck. It's just a matter of who sucks less. That's the way I look at it. We all suck. And, you know, everyone has their individual style. So no one is really going to like everyone's style. Like there's people out there who are so good, but I just don't like the style. But I can tell they're amazing. They're better than me. They paint better than me, but their style is so different. I just don't like it, but that's okay. I'm not a hater. I'm just saying you're going to fall into your own groove. You're going to get your own style. You're not going to like everyone's stuff. Everyone's not going to like your stuff. It's just how it's going to be, and that's okay. This is graffiti. You may have friends that paint and you're like, I don't like their style, which I got friends I don't like their style. They probably don't like mine. Quite okay. So I don't know if you guys could even see the letters like starting to materialize. I mean, it's still a little early in the game. I'm just working on the shadows and crisping up these lines some. I know it looks really blobby, but This is how it would look if you were doing spray paint. I think once I start to add the color to it, you're gonna be like, ah, I see what you're doing. And I'm trying to go fast, guys, because guys and girls, I'm trying to go fast. So you guys can get on with whatever you're gonna do. Go on about your day. But I could definitely tell you, I'm gonna like this one already. Just based on the letter structure. Like just based on that alone, I could tell you it's gonna look cool. Also, I'm used to manipulating paper around like this to get lines crispier. For the camera, for you guys, I'm trying to manipulate my hand more, which definitely takes away from the crispiness of letters, which I'm okay with. I'm doing this for you guys, not for me. But I'm sure you guys watch other YouTube channels of people drawing. They're constantly contorting the paper, which you're probably gonna do anyway. But for the context of being on YouTube, if I just start moving the paper around all over the place, it doesn't make for a very good video. They're like, dude, this guy won't stop moving. This guy is out of control. But I'm telling you right now, I like this a lot. And it just looks shitty, you know? And you're just like, oh, what? What's this guy looking at? Trust me. Trust the process. All right, so back to using spray paint. If I were gonna use spray paint, I would not be doing it this way, just so we know. I would outline the bomb with spray paint, but I would come back and do my fill-in first. And then do my background, and then work on the shadow. So I'm definitely doing an unorthodox, a little bit of an unorthodox method right now. Okay, ounce, O-U-N-C-E. I have a few colors here. Let's see, what can we do? See, it's gray. I don't know if I got enough gray in this. So, I don't think there's enough gray in this one. The orange, definitely sounds like there's enough orange. You can tell by the way the ball sounds. The ball just, oh, here, there's some yellow. Is yellow gonna cover the black well is the question. Probably not, but we'll still get a good contrast with it, but it's not gonna cover this black very well. All right, so purge the marker. Again, I'm using the Molotowns to get it nice and saturated, and we're gonna start cutting these lines back. And we may have to come back and cut them back with the black. We'll see in a minute. So right now I'm just filling in the letters. So I'm kind of doing this a little bit on the backwards side, but in order to, you see, I just cut the black and get it super clean. That's the whole point of this method, is I can come back, and I'm definitely gonna have to come in with a second pass on this yellow to get it nice and saturated and cover up some of the lines. But I missed that shadow right there. Purge it. If you got to purge the marker, you know, get the ink flowing. Sometimes if you want to come in too, like let's say you're like, all right, I'm gonna have to double back there. You can come back in and just start going over lines. So by the time you get to them, you've already got, that'll be the second pass over the black. Again, if we were using spray paint, the spray paint would probably cover this in one pass. If you're using good spray paint. If you're using shitty spray paint, good luck. But see, damn, all right, it's looking good. It's looking like we know what we're doing a little bit, you know? kind of know what I'm doing a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Trying to get the lines crispy. Nice crispy lines. I also want to try and do some interviews with people eventually. You know, right now, I don't think it's really beneficial because I don't have such a big presence or a big following that it's just kind of pointless. The interview would go nowhere. But I want to, you know, I know some cool people. It'd be cool to get for me to interview them, tag along, watch them paint, stuff like that, you know. Cool, see? And we may have to come back and clean it up because my hand went over the yellow and kind of messed it up. But damn, look at, that's a good looking O right there. That is a great looking O. For my dude, Ounce. More bounce to the ounce, buddy. Sorry, sometimes I forget that I need to talk. I get so focused with trying to get the line straight that I forget to say anything. But this is the style we were going for. Like a kind of a old English style. I like it. And we will have to come in and clean it up with the black, but that's okay. Clean it up, I mean, like recut some of the yellow because we're aiming for perfect, but we will never be perfect. Just know that when you guys are doing for something, you're gonna aim for perfection, but it will never be perfect. But do your best to put out some quality stuff. Because in a world of average, you definitely want to have your stuff stand out a little bit. Originality stands alone. I've said it once, I'll say it again. Originality stands alone. Okay. Yee. All right, hopefully you guys are seeing what I've been working on now. And it's starting to come together. And I think we'll even cut the cut the background. We'll add a background with a different color so you guys could see, like maybe we'll do a single line background. Just enough to clean up some of the edges. And I do have that orange. Right? Yeah. Hopefully I'm doing the name justice. And I'm still trying to figure out what I want to give away at 1,000 followers. So maybe you guys could just chime in below. Someone said streak, someone said a canvas, someone said some tips for spray paint. I have all of that stuff I can throw in. I'm on Instagram. I'm not used to YouTube. There's no way I can see who's following me. So a lot of people are private. So I have no way to see who's following me, because I was like, oh, I'll just see who's following me, and then I can do like some sort of randomizer to choose like maybe 1 or 2 people to receive something, and then I can send it to them. And then I don't know how many people are even gonna want to give me an address, right? Because I mean, I buy and receive stuff all the time from artists, so I'm comfortable with receiving and giving addresses out. But I understand some people on here may not be comfortable with it. So I don't know. If you guys have ideas, like, please let me know, because I don't know what to do. And we are like 300 subscribers away from me giving away some stuff. But I was like, oh, maybe I could do like a canvas and some stickers of people's names, or I don't know, something cool. It doesn't have to be big, it just has to be meaningful. But, customize something and give it away. So let me know, please. Like, let me know if you guys have some ideas. I'm definitely open to suggestions. Yee. Okay. All right, let's see. How's the C looking? Because the C was a tough letter. I like it. May have to clean it up a little bit, but I like how it's looking. Okay. So you can see I'm just coming back and covering my lines up where I initially cover them. I know you're like, oh, I can't see where the yellow would go, and that's just gonna come with practice over time. Like, you'll know where the yellow is gonna go, you'll know where your lines are gonna go. If you don't know where they go, make it up, and then if you don't like it, get rid of it, fix it, clean it. There's no harm in making mistakes. I mean, I make mistakes all the time. People I know who are great make mistakes. It's part of the learning process. But I'm happy with how the yellow is covering the black. These two colors do not go well together. When it's like you gotta really, in order to get yellow, like, the pigment is very light, right? It's just a light pigment in general. So when you put it in a paint or spray can, you get a very transparent color, which is okay, right? Like, the yellow looks good over the white because the white is not a very strong pigment color. Black has very strong pigments, so it's kind of tough to go over the black. Okay. Looking good. Looking really good. So now I think you guys could see what I was attempting to do. Still cleaning up the lines a little bit. Okay, so we'll let that dry. And we're gonna slide back to our O. I just looked at the time, it's 30 minutes already. This is crazy. You see, this is me moving quick, trying to get this done quick, and it's still taking a long ass time. See, this is why I do the time lapse. So I mean, for those of you guys who enjoy this long form stuff, this is why I do it occasionally, but trying to do it often, I don't know if people are even gonna watch it. All right, so let's get this done. I think that the E is the worst when it comes to what I gotta fix and go over. Maybe the C a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay. Come back with our black. Get this shadow going right there because I forgot it. Clean this up a little bit. Shadow there. This is kind of jacked up. This is why I wanted to throw a couple colors in the background, but I mean, shit, we're this far, right? Might as well do it. If you're still watching this far, I might as well make the bomb look good. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because for those of you who watch this long, I think you guys deserve something to look good, right? You're hoping for a finished product. Okay. So let me grab, I don't know what this color is, like a mauve. Does it work? Yeah. So we'll do a little here. There. 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 So we're just gonna do a little background. And then we'll come back with the black, cut it up, clean her up some. Get her done. We don't need a lot. Damn, this marker's busted. Just in the middle. Okay. Oh, I guess I could come over here because I got some in that E. But see how I'm going really sloppy? We're going to come back and clean it up anyway. We're just trying to get the pigment on, let it dry, and then we'll clean it with the black. I'm just gonna, yeah, this marker is done too. Like super done. Okay. Cool. Okay, so you come back. Clean them up. Clean up the lines. Simple as that. And now you're left with like a really clean background. Like the lines are crispy. rushed on my part, but trying to get this over with real fast. This is it, just getting the lines presentable. Covered that a little bit, covered this guy. Shit, long form is definitely long form, huh? And I feel like I'm speeding through this. This goes to show you how much time I spend on my time lapses, right? Because the time lapses, some of them I try and make them look pretty good. So if I'm blasting through this, and it's already taken me almost like 40 minutes, that goes to show you that I'm definitely taking my time for you guys. All right, cool. All right, there's ounce. One and done. Interesting little old English style. I do like this. A minus for my dude Ounce. Hope you like it. See you on the next one.